Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Capades channel in Malaysia. Today I'm checking out the Hasbro Indiana Jones Adventure Heroes series from 2008, CAIRO Indy versus the Swordsman. Now this style of cutesy caricature figurines kind of feels modern day, but it's hard to believe that this was in fact from almost 15 years ago. Yeah, back then Hasbro was taking their success with the Star Wars Galactic Heroes series, which was also known as Star Wars Babies in some fan circles, and then mixing it up with all of their licensed properties. Okay, so when Indy made a comeback to toy shelves in 2008, I was buying up everything that Hasbro was putting out. So not even this stuff was spared, okay? What's really unique about the sets is that you had exclusive new character artwork that perfectly captured the tiny spirit of these figures. And you know what? They were always happy and smiling, okay? Even the CAIRO Swordsman here, he looks like he's about to crack into a smile just before he slices you with his gigantic blade. On the back of the package, you get some pretty cool cross-sell images of the rest of the figures in the wave. The great thing about Adventure Heroes, I feel, is that they also went the distance and made figures or representations of characters that were never ever offered in any other Indiana Jones collection, like the Ark Ghost, okay? You had the Ark and like the ghost that came out of it, right? One of the ghosts. So it's like, I mean, I think that's fantastic because, you never had the option to own something like this in any other collection until Adventure Heroes. Okay, so these two screen icons are out of the package and about to recreate their classic rivalry in pocket-sized form. Fight! The beauty about this figure is that even at this size and stylized shape, it still captures everything that's unique about Indiana Jones, from the fedora hat to his open brown shirt to the whip. He's got the pistol in hand, ready to go bang bang. He's got the satchel that's wrapped around him like that. Everything about him is just unmistakably Indiana Jones. Even the stubble, right? Check this out, the facial stubble. However, you will notice that on the illustration that's provided on the package, Indy looks more like a 16-year-old, yet to grow any sign of facial hair. Now, on first glance, you might think that this figure does not come with any articulation, but you are wrong, my friend. It is articulated. He does move. He's got articulation right there at the neck. He can move his head from side to side. Very cool. He's got joints at the arms. Both his arms can move up and down. He can crack that whip in the air if you need him to. He can also raise up his pistol and go blasting away. Pow, pow, pow. And he also does move at the waist. Okay, he's got waist articulation as well. So really, this thing is actually kind of a surprise because there are a lot of small scale figures like this in the market. Like I think Funko has got a batch of them as well, really tiny figures, but those do not come with articulation at all. All right, so it does make you wonder sometimes, what you can actually pack into a figurine this size. And oops, you can also knock him over, right? Yeah. But honestly speaking, I think that a lot of those really small scale figures in the market would benefit from having some measure of articulation inserted into them. I also think that it's going to add more value and collectability to followers, because sometimes these tiny figures are expensive and they don't really do anything but just stand there and look at you. You know what I mean? Okay, then we get down to Indy's nemesis, the CAIRO Swordsman. Now, just like Indy, everything about this figure perfectly captures the essence of what this villain is, except that he's smiling. Okay, in the movie, you didn't really get to see him smile, so this figure is pretty unique in that sense. Okay, unfortunately, he's a robed figure, and I think when it comes to Adventure Heroes or any of those figures from Hasbro of this size, when they're robed, even like the Emperor from Star Wars, they don't have much articulation. He can't turn at the head. This is a shame. The arms move up and down. I think the hands here, do they turn? Not really. But however, this particular hand does turn. All right. So yeah, he can swivel that blade around, side to side like that. This is very cool. So yeah, even though the articulation is limited, but I would say that he's able to roughly perform just about everything that his screen persona could do. So for something of this size, that's really all that you need. And I think that being able to swing this blade around in his right hand here is an inspired touch. They could have just left it without a cut joint there, but they included the joint. And yeah, I mean, having him be able to just attack like this is great. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, for purposes of screen accuracy, Indy fans would know that in the movie, Harrison Ford pulled out the pistol with his right hand and blasted the swordsman. But here in this particular figure, he's holding the gun in his left hand. But you know what? Yeah, it's just a toy. It's still fun. Okay, let's just go with the flow. Okay, the packaging actually makes for a pretty great display base on which you can place the two figures, right? Let's just flip this thing around. The cardboard's pretty good material. And yeah, it's like a fully functioning base. You got graphics on both sides of the respective characters. And what you could do is just plant the figures here on top like that. And if you wanted to, this could be a display option because hell, you've already ripped open the package, right? So, might as well make use of the whatever's left, right? And this makes for a good display. What do you guys think? Okay, so that's the video. That's my look at the 2008 Hasbro Indiana Jones vs. CAIRO Swordsman from the Adventure Heroes range. Let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know if you guys collected this particular range of figures. I want to hear from you in the comments, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content. Take care out there.